Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on this look here. It's really like a summertime to fall transition. So that's kind of the look that I was going for, something that you could wear at the end of summer but the beginning of fall. So yeah, I like the way it turned out. And if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so to start, I'm going to use my concealer, the Born This Way concealer in the shade Warm Sand. I'm just gonna put some concealer right here, just a little bit. And this is just going to act as a primer for the eyes to blend this out. So I'm gonna use two palettes today. The first is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. Looks like that. And I'm going to be focusing on this color here, and then also this orangey color here. And then I'm also going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to, be using this like mustardy color here, and this really pretty caramel color here. Okay, actually to start with, I forgot, I need to put some powder. I'm just gonna use some of the RCMA, the no color powder. And that's just to set this concealer so the eyeshadows blend seamlessly. And they don't get like patchy on me. Okay, so now that we have our base for the shadows, I'm gonna start with this color, and on a Sigma E40, just use any large fluffy brush, and I'm just going to sweep this all along the crease, slightly above, slightly below, but just mainly in that crease area. With this look, I'm going to start with the lightest and brightest colors and then work my way down from there. The darker colors I want closer to the lash line. Okay, so once I have a good amount of that yellow shade, I'm gonna switch brushes. This is the Hakuhodo J5533. It's like that. Just a little bit more round blending brush, not as fluffy. And I'm going to go into the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna get that mustardy color. And I'm gonna focus this basically right on top of that yellow. And I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit more compact, not as blown out as I did with that yellow color. And just slowly work this in. I don't wanna do too much. Okay, and now we're gonna switch brushes again. I'm going to use the Hakuhodo J5523. So the last one was the 3-3, this is the 2-3. Looks like that. It's just pinched right there. This is the same as the MAC 217. And I'm going to, let's see here, I'm gonna use this color right here. This is an extremely pigmented shade. I did this look the other day and was shocked. So I'm just gonna try to build a little bit out of time, and I'm basically going to nestle this even lower into the crease, almost right under it, but just a little bit over. And I'm just going to blend. I'm just going to blend, blend kind of like underneath, but then slightly above. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with another brush. This is, you don't have to use all these brushes, but because I have them, I'm just gonna use them. This is the Wayne Goss 18 brush. This looks like that. So it's also pinched, but it's flat. So I'm going to go back to the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to use this caramely shade right here. It's my favorite, I think my favorite color in this whole palette. I'm just going to pack this on the lid. I feel like I need to do a little bit more orange, so I'm going to go back in with the J5523. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that orange color from Natasha Denona's palette. I'm just going to nestle that right in there to kind of give a little bit more of that orange color. Okay, and so you could leave it here. Just, you know, you'd have to do the bottom, obviously, once we clean up this shadow. But I'm going to do one more step. I'm actually going to use a glitter. So I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. And this is in the shade 5. It looks like this. So I'm going to go in with a MAC 242, like this. And I'm just going to pack this color right over that caramely shade from Jaclyn's palette. Okay, so now that the shadow is done, I'm gonna go ahead and use some eyeliner. This is the Tom Ford, the eye defining pencil, looks like that. And it has two sides. I'm gonna use the smaller side. It's a little tiny tip like that. And I really just wanna give the illusion of a thicker lash line. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and did the eyeliner, and I also took a little wet paper, not paper, a makeup cleansing cloth, and I just cleaned up under my eye. So quick shout out to the Hakuhodo Cleansing Spa Water makeup wipes. These guys are amazing. Literally the best makeup wipe I've ever used. The only downside is it's super expensive. There's like 10 in here, I want to say. I think you get a 3-pack of 10. Yeah, so you get 10 cloths, you get a 3-pack of these, but it's like $45, so it's kind of crazy expensive. I just realized I didn't put on any lip balm. I'm going to use the Kopari just to kind of hydrate the lips a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my base. I am going to mix my two favorite primers. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter and the Marc Jacobs, the coconut primer. I'm going to mix that for the outer portions of my face, and then for my nose, I'm actually going to use this sample. This is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I've always wanted to try this. This feels like velvet, kind of velvety. For foundation, I'm going to use the Born This Way. Okay, so I think a pump was pretty good. I think I'm just gonna leave that. I'm not gonna add any more foundation. I am gonna go in with concealer though, of course. I'm going to use the same concealer that I used underneath my eye makeup. This is the Born This Way. Same shade as the foundation, Warm Sand. I'm going to put some of this right underneath the eye. A little bit on top. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a liquid highlighter. I'm gonna use the Kevyn Aucoin, the Celestial Skin Liquid Lighting, and this is in the shade Candlelight. It looks like this. I recently just got this. Obsessed with it, so pretty. So I'm gonna use this before I go in with some setting powder. Let me shake this up. So I'm going to use the Goss 02 brush. I'm going to set underneath the eyes and around the nose. And I'm going to try my best not to disturb the highlight, the liquid highlight that we just put under there. Okay, so now that the face is powdered, I'm gonna go back in and finish my eyes. I'm gonna go back in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna start with this shade here, the caramely color. And I'm gonna take that on a flat definer E15. It looks like that. And it's by Sigma. Just going to put that, just kind of stamp that color all along my bottom lash line. Okay, and then I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go to a pencil brush. This is the Makeup Forever 216. That. And I'm actually going to go in with the Natasha Denona palette, going back to that orange shade that we used. I'm just going to pick up some of that. Remember, this is pigmented, so you just want to do a little bit, and I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Hakuhodo J5523. You can either use the same one and kind of wipe it off. I have two of the same brush, so I'm just going to use this one. It's still technically dirty, but it's just not as dirty. So I'm going to take this one and go back in with this bright yellow color. I'm going to blend underneath that the orange and the brown. Oops. Then I'm going to go back in with the pencil brush. I'm going to take this mustard color right here. And blend closer to the line, closer to the lash line. Basically what I'm doing, I'm just going back and forth between all those colors that I use in the top. I'm just going back and forth and using them on the bottom until I think it looks good. Okay, so I went ahead and finished up the underneath the eye, and I also did my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I used this guy. This is precisely my brow pencil. So the one by Benefit. It's my favorite. This is in the shade 6. I think this is the darkest one. So I did my eyebrows off camera, just filled those guys in. So now I'm gonna move on to face. Yeah, face. I'm actually gonna start with, where is it? I'm going to start with my nose. So I'm gonna use, this is the bronzer I'm gonna use for my nose. It's the Smashbox, the Suntan Matte. It's not super dark, as you can tell. Where's my, okay, pencil brush. I'm gonna use the pencil brush, the same one that I used for underneath my eyes. And just gonna take some of this. I like to use a lighter bronzer just so it's not too harsh. Yeah, I can definitely still see it. It's just not like super, super dark. And draw a line. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer for the rest of my face, and I'm going to use the Givenchy Healthy Glow Powder. This is in the shade 04. Looks like that. Okay, so now I'm done with bronzer. I was going to do blush, but I kind of feel like I'm just gonna not do blush for this. It's kind of turning out to be kind of bronzy look. I still feel like it's a good transition into fall just because of the warm colors on the eye, but I just don't really, I don't really want to do blush today. So we're gonna skip that. Gonna go straight into highlighter. I'm gonna use the Ofra. This is in the shade Rodeo Drive. It's so, so, so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that, if it's picking up as much, but it's like on there. It's on there. Okay, and I'm gonna blend out with this one. Okay, so I went ahead and after I sprayed my face, I set my eyebrows in place with Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom. And then I also did my mascara. I did the Perricone MD No Mascara for the top eyelashes, and then the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash for the bottom. So yeah, the last thing is just the lips. And I'm going to use the Bite Beauty. This is their French Press Lip Gloss, which is right up my alley. I love coffee. And this is in the shade Dirty Chai. Looks like this. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for today's look. I hope you like it. I definitely like it. I like the way it turned out. It definitely has a summertime feel about it, but I'm also getting some fall vibes as well, so it's good. If you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up below, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload new videos, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.